Welcome to the call this morning. Guys, we see all of our late bloomers are making their way to the call. We appreciate all the early birds that was able to get on, get their shout-outs in. We definitely appreciate all of you. Well, you know, as always, you have a few more minutes to send those last-minute text messages out, social media posts, letting individuals know it is time for the Friday morning coffee shop call. We appreciate everyone that got up with us to jump on this call this morning. As you all know, we are rounding the corner. This July will be 18 years that we have been doing the Friday morning coffee shop. This is a place where you can go for some entrepreneur inspiration, where you can get your day going, where you can get some entrepreneur nuggets, take them and take things in your business and your life to the next level. Well, as always, I have a few quick announcements. Before we dive in, I am going to give them to you all real quick here. First and foremost, we want you to understand, do not forget about the well call tomorrow. Women Exchanging Life Lessons. That call is at 10 a.m. Eastern Time sharp. So make sure, ladies, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. If you are on the West Coast, it will be 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Make sure that you're on and you are ready to rock and roll, ladies. Don't forget about every Sunday night. We got the General that's rocking and rolling. Tuesday mornings, Don and Glenda Howard. We have Anna J. Lewis with the prayer call. So you got a lot of calls that's also going on, guys, that you may want to plug into and be a part of as well. If you're not a part of our private Facebook group, you can go to the number 6, the word star on Facebook. Send a request to us. So that way we would be able to know. We will be able to, inform you of what's going on in the world of rain in a real expeditious way, especially things for distributors. You can go there. And don't forget, in terms of your SixStar.us website, your events tab and the Welcome Center. Very, very important tabs for you to utilize and pay attention to. We're very, very excited, guys. We got things coming up. As you all know, it will be our 6th anniversary in June, so we got some exciting things. Be on the lookout for our Views from the Top call, which will be the first Wednesday in April. And every third Wednesday is Six Star University, where you're able to hear from superstars in the world of rain. That call is every third Wednesday of the month. So on that note, I'm going to get right to it so some of us can get back to our lives. We're going to talk about right now, as you know, we've been diving in and we got so much meat on the bone. We were talking about the law of the picture. We was talking about having that strong vision for what it is you do. And as I was sharing with many of you all, I was sharing with you how sales and what you represent, it's really, really easy once you have a vision. Most people stumble in sales, and most people can't really get the traction. I don't care what you're selling. Keep in mind, this is not just about our product. This is any product you have out there, anybody, whatever you're selling, whatever vision you have. A big part of the problem is that you don't have a vision for what it is that you're selling. Meaning you don't see where you want to go. You don't know what your goals are. You don't really have a passion and belief in the product or service that you're casting. None of this stuff. So people don't buy in. In order for you to be good at what it is you want to convey to your end user, right? You have to be good at it. That's just bottom line. And you got to believe in it, no matter when it hurts, no matter how strong, good. I want to share something with you because I want you all to understand something, right? Everything I tell you, it's my goal to give you evidence I'll never forget. Don and Glenda Howard, y'all gonna remember this. I know these two are gonna remember what I'm about to talk about. Eric Jackson, 50K, gonna remember this. Alex is gonna remember this, and this is why this is important to what I'm about to share. The first company I was ever in, it was a travel company, right? I got into that company back in October of 2006. That's when I got involved. And I remember the company went through a bad period in 2008. The company had a bad lawsuit, and this is my very first company. And you couldn't tell me I wouldn't be at that company for the rest of my life because I didn't know nothing about. Once again, I didn't know nothing about leaving companies, changing companies. I had no idea about any of that. And I remember being involved with the company that I was involved in, they started going through a lawsuit. So I'm talking about sales started plummeting, everything started happening, and our business was growing. And I'll never forget, I talked to the CEO and the owner of the company at the time. He had called me and we were having a conversation, and he said, "Demond, what are you doing?" He said, "You are the only person in the entire company that's still building an organization," and he said that you're bonusing, right? I remember I was able to get Recruit of the Year 2 years in a row, and here's what he didn't understand. I had a vision for what I saw with the product, the company, the service, and what it was that I believed in. See, remember, cost is an issue in the absence of value. I'm going to say that again. Cost is an issue in the absence of value. The only reason why I didn't spend money with you, you didn't give me a good enough reason. Do you all remember when we first started with the pads? I'm sure I'm walking y'all somewhere. I'm showing you something about having how powerful the vision is when you want to transfer something. People were saying to me, "Well, how you going to sell these pads and, you only get 7 in a pack of the overnight, so you get 10 moderates, and man, I could go to Walmart, I can go to Sam's, and I can get 40. I can go get 40 packs of pads in one pack. How that's going to work?" Remember, people were saying things like that to me. Do you know I don't hear that anymore? I mean, that's totally gone away. I don't hear any of that type of stuff anymore from anybody. Watch this, because it was the power of the vision. See, when I'm showing you what it is that we have, cost goes away. Cost is an issue in the absence of value. The only reason why a person would have a problem spending money with you, you're not giving them a good enough reason. So there's something about the value of what you have that you're not presenting properly. There's something about it that you're not presenting. It's something you're not sharing for it not to connect. Guys, do you know from day one, when I started selling this product to right now, guys, do you know I never have a problem selling the product? Zero. Almost anybody I put the product in front of, they buy. They want to buy. Man, woman, boy, child. It doesn't matter. Why? Because of the vision, because of what I see, what I feel, and I know how to present the value. Going back to the first company, right? One of the things people was wondering, what was he doing? And we created this thing called the test drive. And you know what I started doing? I started showing the value of the business. That's what I started doing. See, many people was out here, everything won't be recruit trying to bring people in, all this. They was never showing the value of what the company offered. And I started taking people on a tour, a virtual tour of the website. And Bowtie, I forgot to shout out. I know he was the first on the line getting us together this morning. So shout out to Mr. Bowtie once again, just dominating, getting us started on every Friday morning. But what I did was, right, I took people on tours of the website. And I began to show it, and it was called the test drive. And I remember the company called the call. They had everybody in the company, they had everybody get on a conference call that they had me to host. And I began to showcase the test drive and show people the value of the business. And I remember the company actually put what I did on the company's website, where it was a video, and it took you through a tour of the actual website, and it actually salvaged the company. You guys, that company is still around to this day. And one of the main reasons why they're there is because of what we did in terms of the test drive. So what am I saying to you? I'm saying, guys, you got to get a vision for what it is that you're doing, you have. And you got to get passionate about it. You got to believe in it so that others will buy in to what they see through you. That's how simple it is. It's no harder. It's not harder than that. And if your sales are not where you want it to be, and things are plummeting because you don't have a vision for what it is you are presenting to other people, you don't believe in it yet. You stumbling, you hemming and hawing, and you going in there not confident. See, here's the thing. The reason why you're not going in there confident because you need results. That's why. He may say, who don't want results? I know everybody wants results, but what are you going to do until you get results? This is the question I'm asking you now. What are you going to do until you're able to get results? You don't have any results now. So what are you going to do until the results arrive? That's why what you got to learn to do is you got to learn to believe. See, this is when a belief in your vision come about. Prove it to me, Demond. I'm glad you're asking. Guys, do y'all know, remember when we started with this product, we didn't have no results. Where did we get results from? See, you got to start somewhere. So that goes to show you people got to buy in. We had no results. You didn't have a company. You didn't have, you just got the product. So where you barely had samples of the product. So where did you get? I remember there was a time where we wouldn't do a presentation on the pad because we didn't have that many at the time when we first was getting things started, when you first saw it. So it would have to be, we had a rule. Hey man, if it's not 10 or more people at one time, we can't use the product. We can't do a demonstration. Because we didn't have that many. So we didn't want to be running through them, doing one here, one there, one there. See, there was no results. You got to create the results, and the reason how you're able to do that, it's the fuel and the fire of your belief. Guys, don't tell me I've done it thousands and thousands of times. I've done it in the world of business. I know what that looks like. I know what the law of picture does. You got to really see where you're going, and you got to have a belief about something to where people are buying in. That's why for me, it's never a problem to sell a container. Just like I tell you, if somebody got the money, they buying it. If somebody got the money, if somebody has the network, they buying it. They gonna do it. It's the only thing for them at that level that actually makes sense. You know what that comes from? It comes from vision. Oh, we still don't believe you. Okay, I want you to tell me. Well, you know right now on the planet. I'm talking about, let's watch this. I'm going to call out the big boys. Always. Boys, tampons, whoever. Who do you know that can sell to a customer $250,000 worth of their product? $250,000. So Always right now can take an average customer and Always probably don't sell $250,000 worth of product to Publix. I want you to hear what I'm telling you on today. Always probably don't sell $250,000. I'm talking about at one time to a store, to Walmart. I'm sharing with you guys the vision of what we have and how powerful it is. So I want you to think about that. You got this little kid on the block, right? That's sitting here transitioning his belief to getting a person to buy $250,000 worth of product. And that's been done 13 times. See, that's the thing about the principles that we talk about and we teach. Nah, we giving you evidence behind it. we gonna show you. We gonna show you. Nah, we believe what we telling you. We're not just talking. We're not just blowing fluff. We're not just trying to get you hype. We're not trying to get you to buy into something or buy into something that we don't believe in. We're not here teaching you a concept that we've never demonstrated or done. I need you to understand how important this is if you want people to buy in to what it is that you're doing, any product or service that you have. Many of you all, you ready for this? You've never mastered the law of the picture. That's why. That's why. You're afraid to see what it is that you see. You're afraid to think big because you don't understand that's how things come to you. You're afraid to think big. You're afraid to act big. You're afraid to put your money where your mouth is. You're afraid to push all in. You're afraid of these type of things. I've never, ever, 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 ever been afraid to go all in. Ever. Ever. Not when it depends on me. I'm sorry, man. Betting on myself, that's the easiest bet in the world. That's the easiest bet. That bet's so easy when, is it going to depend on me to have to get the job done? Oh, that's an easy one. Come on, let's go. Well, hey, man, you only got $50,000 in your bank account and it's going to cost $49,500 to make this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why? Because I understand what I bring to the table and I know what I'm willing to do for something that I believe in. I'm willing to let it hurt. And I'm willing to fight until I'm able to get the results that I desire. And what I'm doing is that's going to put the fire under me to go and make it happen on what it is that I'm believing in and what I need to do. We're talking about the law of the picture. Now, y'all remember we covered several things about it. Number one, we covered what do you see. We covered that already, right? Number two, we cover what do you feel, your passion for it. Do you have the passion? We talked about how passion is the fuel that fires up the vision engine. The passion and the fire that you feel that you're going after. Whatever it is that you do, it could be a nonprofit, it could be ministry, it could be on your job, it doesn't matter. What for the result that you need, that you wake up every day and you go into that office or you go into that building, what is it that you're looking to translate, or what do you need to come back to your company to be able to make that happen? Right? Now, here's where it get good. This is where a lot of people lose. You may say, well, you know what, I got one. I got number two. But here's the one right here. You ready? Number three, are you able to model the picture? I'm going to say that again. Are you able to model the picture? What do you mean when you say model the picture? Are you able to be a living example of the vision? Are you able to walk it, talk it? I'm talking about, are you able to eat it, sleep it? When people see you, they get it. When people hear you, they get it. They understand. You look like the vision. How many of you all think that you're there? Where now a person is able to buy into you because you're modeling it. You went all in. You're believing it. You are actually believing what it is